Welcome to Always Remembered. I am Mary. Today, we pause to remember and honor the extraordinary souls who left us, whose talent, passion, and dedication touched millions of hearts around the world. Join us as we celebrate their remarkable journey, and may their legacy continue to inspire generations to come. Christoph Daum, October 24, 1953, was one of European football's most passionate and controversial managers, known for his intense coaching style and strong personality. While his playing career never reached top-level recognition, he made a far greater impact as a manager, earning a reputation for discipline, high energy, and the ability to push teams beyond expectations. His major breakthrough came in 1992 when he led VfB Stuttgart to a memorable Bundesliga title, establishing himself as one of Germany's most promising coaches. He later came close to championship success with Bayer 04 Leverkusen, finishing as runner-up on multiple occasions. His career also extended beyond Germany, where he achieved success with clubs such as Besiktas JK, Fenerbahce SK, and Austria Wien, leaving a strong mark on Turkish and Austrian football as well. In 2000, his career faced a major setback after a drug-related scandal prevented him from taking over as the German national team coach. This moment significantly affected his reputation, but he continued his coaching journey abroad and remained an influential figure in the football world despite the controversy. Christoph Daum passed away after a battle with lung cancer. He is remembered for his fierce ambition, tactical intelligence, and emotional presence on the sidelines. His legacy remains a mix of impressive sporting achievements and the personal and professional challenges he faced throughout his life. Freeman was a familiar and quietly respected presence on television, known for bringing depth and authenticity to both leading and supporting roles. She passed away at the age of 66 after a battle with lung cancer, leaving behind a body of work that reflected steady dedication to her craft and a consistent ability to connect with audiences in subtle, meaningful ways. She is best remembered for her work in the web series Pretty the Series, and for her recurring role in The Young and the Restless, where her performances added texture and emotional grounding to the storylines. Over the years, she also appeared in several well-known television shows, including Sisters, Seinfeld, and Dexter, often making a strong impression even in shorter guest appearances through her natural and grounded acting style. Before entering the entertainment industry, Freeman served 6 years in the United States Marine Corps. That experience played a significant role in shaping her discipline, resilience, and strong presence, qualities that carried through into her later career in acting. She leaves behind a legacy defined by quiet strength, professionalism, and consistency. Her work continues to be remembered by audiences who appreciated her ability to bring honesty and depth to every role she took on, no matter the size of the part. Jason Hobdi was born on March 10, 1984, in the Bronx, New York, and grew up surrounded by the city's rich cultural energy, which helped shape his interest in music, storytelling, and visual arts. From an early age, he was drawn to creative expression, often inspired by the diverse sounds and narratives around him. Over time, he moved into production work, focusing on building projects from behind the scenes, rather than seeking attention in front of the camera. His approach to creativity was rooted in detail, patience, and a clear respect for the artistic process. One of his notable credits includes Rotimi, Paradise, 2016, a project that highlighted his ability to support and shape a visual story with care and precision. Colleagues and collaborators often valued his steady presence and commitment to bringing ideas to life in a thoughtful way. While he did not always occupy the spotlight, his work contributed to projects that reached audiences and reflected his creative sensibilities. He passed away in Los Angeles, California at the age of 40, and the exact cause of death has not been publicly shared. His journey is remembered for the quieter kind of impact, one built through consistency, collaboration, and creative contribution that continues to be appreciated by those who worked with him and experienced his work. John Cook, often known in boxing circles as Johnny Cook, was a respected English boxer whose career reflected discipline, consistency, and quiet determination. Born on the 17th of December 1934 in Bootle, he developed into one of the most accomplished amateur fighters of his time, competing in an impressive number of bouts and losing only a small fraction of them. His skill and persistence led him to the final stages of major competitions, including a notable appearance in the Amateur Boxing Association Featherweight Championship in 1958, where he faced top-level opposition, such as Richard McTaggart. That same year, he represented England at the British Empire and Commonwealth Games and earned a bronze medal in the lightweight division, marking an important milestone in his early career. After turning professional in 1960, Cook became known for his strong work ethic, durability in the ring, and technical ability. He went on to win regional and national recognition, including British and Commonwealth welterweight titles, earning respect from fans and fellow boxers alike. Outside the ring, he was widely regarded as humble and grounded, never losing touch with his roots in Merseyside. John Cook passed away in Bootle at the age of 89 due to pneumonia, leaving behind a legacy remembered for both achievement and integrity in the sport of boxing. 5 years ago this week, the film and television world remembered the quiet passing of Yaphet Cotto at the age of 81, a performer whose presence never needed to be loud to leave a lasting impression. He had a rare ability to ground every character he played in something deeply human, bringing weight and sincerity to even the smallest moments on screen. Many audiences still recall his role as Lieutenant Al Giardello in Homicide, Life on the Street, where he balanced authority with empathy, creating a character that felt both strong and emotionally real. Others remember his intense performance in Alien, where his calm but commanding presence added depth to the tension of the story, or his memorable role in Live and Let Die, where he delivered charisma and menace in equal measure. Beyond the individual roles, Cotto's career reflected something deeper, a steady dignity and authenticity that made him stand out in every project he touched. He wasn't defined by spectacle, but by consistency, craft, and emotional truth. Even years after his passing, his performances continue to resonate with audiences, not just as entertainment, but as reminders of how powerful understated acting can be when it is rooted in honesty and quiet strength. John Travolta was born on February 18, 1954 in Englewood, New Jersey, into a large working-class family where money was tight but imagination was not. His father, Salvatore Travolta, worked as a tire salesman, while his mother, Helen Cecilia Burke, was a former actress and drama teacher who never let the arts leave the household. In their small home, performance was not a hobby. It was part of daily life. Helen turned ordinary moments into theatrical exercises, encouraging her children to express themselves freely through movement, voice, and storytelling. Travolta grew up as the youngest of 6 children, often observing rather than leading, absorbing everything around him. While other kids played sports, he gravitated toward dance and performance, encouraged by his mother's belief that creativity could be a path out of limitation. By his early teens, he was already participating in local theater productions and dance classes, showing a natural ease in front of an audience. At 16, he made a bold decision that shaped his future. He left high school and moved to New York City to pursue acting full-time. It was not a glamorous departure. It was uncertain, risky, and driven more by conviction than planning. He worked odd jobs, attended auditions, and faced repeated rejection. But those early struggles built the foundation of resilience that would define his career for decades to come. Breaking through with television stardom. Travolta's first major break came in the mid-1970s when he was cast in the television sitcom Welcome Back, Cotto. Playing the charismatic and comedic Vinnie Barbarino, he quickly became the standout presence in the show. His timing, charm, and effortless screen presence made him an instant favorite with audiences, especially younger viewers. The role transformed him from a struggling actor into a national television star almost overnight. He was suddenly recognizable everywhere, with fan mail flooding in and media attention intensifying. Yet even as he enjoyed the success, Travolta was ambitious. He did not want to remain a sitcom actor. He wanted to transition into film and prove himself as a serious performer. This ambition would soon pay off. Hollywood began to take notice of his combination of charisma and emotional depth, and opportunities in film started to emerge. The shift from television to cinema is notoriously difficult, but Travolta was about to experience one of the rare transitions that would not only work, but define an era. Saturday Night Fever and the birth of a cultural icon. In 1977, Travolta starred in Saturday Night Fever, a film that would redefine both his career and popular culture. He played Tony Manero, a young Brooklyn man whose life revolves around disco dancing as an escape from working-class struggle. The role required both emotional intensity and physical precision, and Travolta committed fully, training extensively in dance to perfect the performance. The film became a global phenomenon, capturing the energy and escapism of the disco era. Its soundtrack, driven by the music of Bee Gees, became one of the best-selling albums of all time. Travolta's performance earned him an Academy Award nomination for Best Actor, making him one of the youngest nominees in that category. More than just a hit film, it turned him into a cultural symbol. His image, white suit, confident stance, finger pointing upward on the dance floor, became one of the most iconic visuals of the 1970s. He was no longer just an actor. He was a representation of an entire cultural moment defined by music, movement, and youthful ambition. Grease and the peak of global stardom. Just months after Saturday Night Fever, Travolta starred in Grease alongside Olivia Newton-John. The film became an even larger commercial success, blending nostalgia, romance, and musical energy into a worldwide sensation. Travolta's role as Danny Zuko cemented his status as a leading man capable of dominating both music-driven and dramatic cinema. Songs from the film became global hits, and its influence spread across fashion, youth culture, and entertainment. For a brief period, Travolta was one of the most recognizable figures on the planet. Fame at this level brought enormous pressure, but also expectation. Hollywood now saw him as a guaranteed success. However, this rapid rise created challenges. With back-to-back massive hits, the industry expected constant reinvention and immediate success. Any deviation from that standard would later be interpreted not as experimentation, but as decline. At the height of his fame, Travolta stood at a point few actors ever reach, but sustaining it would prove far more difficult than achieving it. A rapid descent. Through the 1980s. The 1980s marked a difficult turning point in Travolta's career. After rejecting or missing out on several major roles, he appeared in films that failed to match the critical or commercial success of his earlier work. Projects like Staying Alive and Two of a Kind were poorly received, and critics increasingly viewed him as a fading star rather than a rising one. Hollywood trends were shifting, and Travolta struggled to find material that matched his strengths. The industry that once celebrated him began to distance itself, and his box office reputation weakened. Despite occasional commercial successes, including lighter films like Look Who's Talking, he was no longer seen as a dominant leading man. This period was marked less by a dramatic collapse and more by gradual erosion of status. roles became less prestigious, and the momentum that had defined his late 1970s success faded. Still, Travolta remained active, continuing to work and maintain visibility even as his star power diminished. Years of uncertainty and the search for reinvention. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Travolta's career had entered a phase of uncertainty. He was no longer at the center of Hollywood's attention, and many in the industry viewed him as a former leading star whose peak had passed. However, he did not leave acting. Instead, he continued working steadily, searching for a role that could redefine his image. During this period, he faced the challenge many actors encounter after early fame: how to evolve without being trapped by past success. The shadow of Tony Manero and Danny Zuko followed him, making it difficult for audiences and filmmakers to see him in new ways. Despite setbacks, he remained open to opportunities, even smaller or unconventional ones. This persistence would eventually lead to one of the most important career turning points in modern cinema. His willingness to take risks, even after years of diminished status, kept his career alive when many believed it had already ended. Pulp Fiction and the greatest career resurrection in Hollywood. In 1994, Travolta starred in Pulp Fiction, directed by Quentin Tarantino. The role of Vincent Vega marked one of the most dramatic comebacks in film history. Tarantino specifically chose Travolta, believing in his untapped potential despite industry skepticism. The film became a cultural milestone, reshaping independent cinema and reviving multiple careers. Travolta's performance was widely praised for its cool, understated confidence. The iconic dance scene with Uma Thurman became one of cinema's most memorable moments. The success of Pulp Fiction re-established Travolta as a major Hollywood actor. He received an Academy Award nomination and regained access to high-profile roles. More importantly, it changed public perception. He was no longer seen as a fading star, but as an actor capable of reinvention and depth. Return to leading roles and career stability. Following Pulp Fiction, Travolta entered a new phase of consistent work and renewed respect. Films like Get Shorty earned him a Golden Globe Award, while Face Off showcased his ability to lead major action blockbusters alongside actors like Nicolas Cage. During this time, he balanced commercial films with more dramatic roles, maintaining a steady presence in Hollywood. His versatility became one of his defining strengths, allowing him to move between genres with ease. While he never again reached the cultural dominance of his 1970s peak, he achieved something equally rare: career longevity after reinvention. He had transitioned from pop icon to established actor, respected for both his early impact and later resilience. Family life, personal loss, and private strength. Travolta married actress Kelly Preston in 1991, and together they built a family life that remained central to him throughout his career. Their children became his priority, and he often spoke about the importance of family stability amid Hollywood pressures. In 2009, the family suffered an unimaginable loss when their son Jet passed away at the age of 16 after a seizure while on vacation. The tragedy deeply affected Travolta and his family, shaping a period of profound grief and reflection. Later in 2020, Kelly Preston also passed away after a private battle with illness. Despite these hardships, Travolta has continued working and maintaining a presence in film and television. Publicly, he has focused on resilience, family, and honoring the memory of those he lost, while keeping much of his private life away from media attention. Legacy of reinvention and enduring influence. John Travolta's career spans more than 5 decades, marked by extraordinary highs, difficult lows, and one of the most celebrated comebacks in film history. From Saturday Night Fever and Grease to Pulp Fiction and beyond, his impact on global entertainment is undeniable. He remains one of the few actors to successfully transition from teenage television star to international film icon, suffer a major career decline, and return to critical acclaim. His story is not defined by a single phase, but by reinvention. Travolta's legacy is ultimately one of persistence. He represents how fame can rise and fall, but also how talent and opportunity can re-emerge under unexpected circumstances. His influence continues to be felt across cinema, music-driven film, and pop culture history, securing his place as one of Hollywood's most recognizable and resilient figures.